East Podcast, WATP.
Hey, let's see what Scorch is up to.
Dad jokes.
One of our listeners puts together these compilations of Scorch segments, and we were playing them for a little while, and I got away from it, and I'm an idiot because these are great.
I miss Scorch.
I bet
Scorch
you do.
was great. Scorch was fun where he was doing his PFG TV stuff. Like he'd have a set, and then the next week he's like in the back part of a bar, like for no reason. And then he was telling you how he's going to be syndicated to London, like they're carrying his TV show internationally. And then he's back at, like, every other episode, he's in a different spot with a different story.
He puts John's delusions to shame, Scorch.
Yeah.
He thought he was a nationally syndicated TV host. And you're right. There was this one. He did have a set at one point, and then he's just in a bar and grill in front of like a fireplace, and nobody in the place is there to see him. Everyone's just milling about, going about their business, and he's pretending to be running a talk show.
Did he do
so
the Opie
embarrassing.
where he asked the bar to turn their music down because he's trying to podcast?
Even he's not that delusional. Hey, I'm doing a show over here. Yeah,
Doing
well,
a
it's also happy
podcast.
hour. So, all right. So he's on the radio with T-Rye, and this might be the saddest thing I've ever heard. I believe this to be real. Scorch is going to tell us about one of his dreams in life and how he can make this dream come true.
Something happened, maybe yesterday, maybe the other day, but I just learned about it today. And it could be the start of one of my dreams coming true. It's a long shot, but it could be there. I was showing T-Rye that Sue's Bake Shop was sold. Now, the guy that bought it, he just wants to be the landlord.
Yeah.
He is hoping that whoever buys it, whoever leases it,
Right.
keeps it some sort of bakery.
You would have to, I would think.
He said, I don't want a national chain coffee shop,
Right.
we'll say there.
Local.
I want a local bakery. But I've got although it's getting better, but it's not good enough that I can go to a bank and say, hey.
Right. You don't have a long enough like that either.
Yeah, would you
so.
give me $50,000, $100,000?
So Scorch just said his credit isn't such that he could get $50,000 loan from the bank to start up a business, but it's getting there. So that's good news. What do you think Scorch's salary is in this one market that he's in doing a
What
morning
market
show?
is he in?
Oh, God damn it. I should know the answer to this. It's
he
in
like in
Wisconsin. It's
Wisconsin?
Eau Claire, right? Or is that where, what's his name's from? Is that where
Doing
Aaron
mornings?
Imholt's
He's
from?
probably doing 50,000.
Okay.
I think somewhere 50 to 60 because he's
All
the
right.
morning guy, and he's probably the only live guy on the station. But if his credit is at this point of his life, as he said, isn't as such, it just makes you think, like, how many cars have they repossessed? You know, like, what has he done that his credit is such shit, and he's in his 60s?
Yeah, it's not good. All right. But let's see. How can he pull this off here?
So I'm hoping I can get a hold of this guy. His name was printed in the paper. And I'm hoping maybe I can convince him to hold the papers, hold the lease. So I pay him as opposed to a bank.
Right.
And folks, I'm not saying I'm going to quit my job here. I would love to do both. It's been and we've spoken about it how many thousands of times. It's been a goal of mine to open up a bagel shop.
Did you know this about our buddy Scorch? Is his goal in life to open up a bagel shop?
No, and also admitting to a crime on the air is also, I guess, one of his dreams. He's like, here's how I'm going to go around the government and pay taxes and stuff. I'm going to lay it all out for you.
Yeah. Now I'm going to get my mom to sign the lease, and then... All right.
I'll take it when she dies.
So, all right. So it's his goal to own a bagel shop. I mean, I appreciate realistic goals in life, but you should accomplish them if you're going to keep it realistic. Just my opinion. Let's find out what his amazing vision is here.
That has 60 different kinds of bagels and 35 different kinds of cream cheeses.
Yep.
That might be excessive. I don't think you need 60 different types of bagels. Like, maybe find a dozen that people enjoy that are good sellers and just start with that.
Man, he's the old guy that's selling the rainbow bagels and the rainbow cream cheese, and it's this much cream cheese in between the bagel, like a Katz's Deli sandwich, and he's charging $11 for it.
Right. I can't even name 20 different styles of bagel. 60, I'd be
That's a
overwhelmed.
lot of overhead. Yeah.
It's a lot of overhead, right? It's like there used to be a place, and now a lot of places are like this, but there used to be a place in Rochester called McGregor's, and their claim to fame was they had 110 or 120 beers on tap. And it's like, well, how do you keep the beer fresh? They don't.
Right.
Is the answer. It's just like, don't order beer that's not popular. It's going to suck.
It's been there.
It's like it's like the Duff Factory where you just see one pipe and then it breaks off into all the different labels and just right to the beer.
Semi-imported.
And I think that would be a perfect place.
We don't have a bagel shop here.
They don't. Well, I think there's the Einstein's Bagels that's on.
I've never been.
But
Don't promote the competition, Scorch. Come on. You're on the radio here and stop it.
But Einstein's Bagel that plays the other rock station in their store all the time.
Right.
But I want to have not a chain bagel shop. I want to have a local bagel shop. And I've worked at bagel shops. I've made bagels. I am of that persuasion.
No.
My people know how to make them damn bagels.
Do you think he peaked working at a bagel shop? I'm starting to get that sense. This guy's in his 60s on the radio, and he's going, I used to work at a bagel shop. When? In the 70s? When? What are you talking about?
Right after my last morning show gig, I would leave and then go and work bagels for the rest of the day.
Probably. I know. That's what I was thinking.
Time to make the bagels.
We know how to make them bagels. So
Stop saying bagels,
that's
please.
my goal. I would love to see if I can somehow convince this guy to hold the paper and let me lease the bakery. It's got all the equipment. It's got all the bed,
Like
the
turnkey,
bread
they call it
baking.
turnkey operation.
Yeah, it's good.
Ready to go.
And when I was reading that he's keeping.
And then I can also launder money out of there. It can also be a front for...
I got tons of ideas.
All right, I have to ask the question. Will one of the varieties be the Erik Nagel sex bagel? I just want to know because I will order
If he's smart, he would.
half a dozen of those.
Look,
everything.
I would love it. Ron Bennington has his own cupcake. Why can't I have my own sex bagel?
Good point. Chan Zumak has his own hot sauce, for Christ's sake. You telling me that Erik Nagel from It's Erik Nagel can't have his own sex bagel? Come on.
In there, all the equipment,
Cream cheese not included.
all the ingredients that are still there. That would still be the ones that are still fresh, of course.
Yeah.
So
Holy shit, he's really... This is very real. Am I wrong about this, Erik? He's going, there was a bakery in there. They probably left some flour behind, right? I can just walk right in there and start making shit today.
This probably what he was going to do during the pandemic. He was trying to figure out how to get some of that, that PPP money or something.
Yeah.
He's like, I could just take it and make my own bagel shop. And then he didn't qualify for that. He didn't qualify for anything else. And now he still thinks that he's like, one of these days, I'm going to retire from the glamorous world of radio on top and then go off into the sunset with my own bagel shop.
I think he even knows that ship has sailed, Erik. I'm pretty sure. He's in one market in Eau Claire. Bob and Sheri are in 70 markets with their horse shits.
They're killing him in the ratings.
It's insane.
wouldn't that be something great? Parking. It's in a great
I
spot.
want to see you in the little white hat.
Do you know the other spot that I really want?
She's not taking this seriously at all. She's like, yeah, you'd be a dork. Good for you. Go for it. I think T-Ry hates Scorch, by the way. Just their back and forth. I get the sense that she's constantly rolling her eyes. She gets home and her eyes are tired.
When is this guy going to die?
It's such a cornball.
His show's the reverse. Everybody else is working from home, but Scorch insists on coming into the studio, and he's the only one there.
Right. Yeah, right. Fudgicle says, laugh out loud at Carl thinking Scorch ever stopped working a regular job to survive. Scorch probably made bagels for a living like last year. Yeah, good point. What was I thinking? All right.
I was telling my mom about this, and she says, call the holiday people. Maybe they'd be willing to hold the papers for you. That Holiday gas station, former Holiday gas station at the corner of Brackett and Rudolph.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
The one right in the corner.
The one? Okay. They're trying to lease that out now. The one right by the station.
Okay.
What the fuck? He called his mom, and his mom goes, well, there's that other place that's for lease.
no one's supporting him.
What the fuck? This is... Erik, this is real, right? I'm not crazy. This
Hey,
isn't a
one
bit.
guy's mom bought him a condo in Florida, and this guy wants to buy a bagel shop. So I guess this is just what you do now for the boomers.
I talk to my mom is a weird thing for a 60-year-old man to say.
That she's still alive is pretty amazing, too.
It is, yeah. Well, he's got good genes, as you can tell.
I want this deal to go down exactly how he has it in his head, that he gives this money to the guy holding the papers, and that guy then takes the money and then completely fucks over Scorch because Scorch has no legal recourse to doing all this.
No leverage whatsoever. He walks up there,
me-
the doors are locked. They change the locks. Like, fuck.
Oh, no paper trail.
give him like somewhere in the 5 figures. That guy takes it, makes his own successful business in that building, and Scorch can't do anything about it but drive past and just look
No,
sad.
it's worse than that. He sponsors the radio show, and Scorch has to do live reads for him.
He buys ads, makes him do live reads.
All right, so there's the No Scorch Bagel Shop has a special this weekend.
They're trying to lease that out now. Imagine that as a bagel place.
That's a great Erik.
What a location.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
I think you could do it.
That would be
I'm not working for you.
That would be a huge place. We'll see what happens.
They're in the 200th market in the U.S. How could a location be the most amazing location?
She's like, I'm not working for it. She doesn't want to work for him now, but she has nothing else to do right now. She's like, if I could get the fuck out of here, I'd be gone. I'm
He's
not
acting
working
like
at your
this
bagel
is
shop.
at 52nd and Broadway or something. Just the foot traffic alone. We're going to kill it over here.
I like how he's not only soliciting his staff, but maybe the listeners to come work for him. Like Master
anybody
Poe used to do.
Like to fork up some cash. I can't really say that on the air, can I?
I don't think you're supposed to.
Okay.
No, nice try, though.
Well, if you want to email me, and I can email you
If
back.
anybody would like to talk finances,
You can
please email me.
You email me, and I'll email you back
I'll tell
and
you
ask
about
you for
my
the money.
bagels.
9290X.
He literally just solicited listeners to give him money, lend him money. Even T-Rex like, probably.
Did he just say 9290X? Like, did he get his own frequency wrong?
He might have. Let me see if I can scrub just back a couple seconds here.
9290X.
Yeah, I think you're right. So wait, there isn't a 9290?
Oh, I think it's the X.
92.9 the X.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I like my version
Yeah,
better.
I know. Sorry.
But he's so disheveled because she's not liking this conversation. She's also insulted that he's trying to solicit her to come work at his bagel place. And then she's mocking his dream now for the rest of this bit just to get him to go to commercial.
Who are these podcasts? WA